Okay, we have a very special one today.
Yes, we do.
This is probably
Heavily requested.
The most requested, and initially when I was started doing these features, this one was always on my mind, and it's always been like, how the hell am I going to tackle this? Because like it's not like everyone else is so uncomplicated.
Yeah.
And it's not like this is particularly complicated so much as it is. There's just so much and so many things to say. Like
yes.
It's going to be impossible to satisfy everyone with this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no winners on this one.
The body of work of Lily Lou, formerly known as Little Swastika, is immense.
Yeah,
right? like in so many ways, not just their own journey, but their creation, their inspiration, and the tattoo style, and Cyland, and the porn, and there's just so many, like the films and the YouTube, like there's so many things to touch on. Yeah. So I thought, when I originally thought of this, it was like, I don't know if we can do a reacts, like in our format that will
a snippet of reacting to something.
Will cover all of this in a competent way, because and there's a lot explained about Lily Lou out there. Like Lily Lou is doing vlogs similar to what I am, in their own way, but like there's already so much information out there. They're a very vocal member of the community. Now there are some things that haven't been explored yet. No one that I know of has gotten the real reason why Lily Lou originally took off their finger, the first one. There's multiple fingers gone now, but like when that happened, see, I already knew of this person years ago. There's so many people when I talked about Black Alien Project's finger removal. There's so many people who Lily Lou did it first. Lily Lou, they just kept spitting that out there, and it was always like, yeah, of course, like I know that, like you're talking to EphemeralRemy. I've been around a minute. Like I've been in this subculture for a minute. Of course I knew about that, and when at the time I heard about that, I thought of it as like extreme stunting, or like it felt very ego driven to me, where it's like
I think most things start there.
Well, and I might be wrong, but there's never been an explanation provided. Like this person has been asked repeatedly, and says one day they'll write it down in a book or something. Like it's deeply personal, and there's no explanation, and all these other things.
Maybe like a Van Gogh type situation.
Yeah. Well, the way I seen it was like, because Lily Lou is incredibly like prolific, and their art was very original. There was a lot of copying, and there was a lot of like impersonating, and a lot of like people trying to one up. And I think it was like, I dare you to do this. Honestly, that's my interpretation of it, is like, you won't go this far though. Like I will be the most extreme. That kind of thing. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I wanted to get the finger removal part of this up front, because so many people were. And then last time when we talked about Diablo Prada, as we like to call him.
Yeah, Diablo Prada.
People were upset that we didn't mention his finger removal.
Oh, sorry.
There's just so much to say, right? But like, for whatever reason, finger removal has caught on, which
apparently,
like I won't deny the inspiration of it, like in its resurgence, but it was originally done as a ritual in some tribes around the world.
Yeah, I mean, like Yakuza still do that as a punishment thing.
So when a firstborn daughter died or something, there's a tribe that would they would chop off their finger or something.
In mourning kind of thing?
Yeah, in mourning. But anyway, the modernization of it has definitely come from this. But I don't think Lily Lou really intended to do that to like inspire people to do it. I think if anything, that was probably like a declaration of like, I'm extreme, you're not, or you won't go as far as I will. Like and who would, and like, here's my, like, kind of a little bit of an FU to some of the imposters or the tryhards or whatever out there.
Copycats.
Now, I could be completely wrong about that, but there's been no explanation given, so that's just what I've surmised.
Was there any explanation given to other removals?
So they've removed their nipples.
Okay.
that I can understand because Lily Lu was born a man and transitioned and now takes no gender.
Yeah.
Which is like they have a lot of very interesting thoughts on gender in general, and I'm not going to try and tackle all of that. But
that's
now I believe there was a period where Lily Lu was like identifying as female, but now it's like very gender fluid, and I think this is it. Like I think that's going to be the way it stays, because I think there was a lot of changes that seemed to happen, like I would say like 2019, 2018, something like there was like kind of a hostile departure from social media and kind of into their own, removed from society and kind of getting away from all of that crap. And then when Lily Lu started coming back around, there was a lot of changes, even just in the way that they interacted. From what I've seen anyway. I mean, I was following pretty loosely, closely. You know, I've always had an eye on this, but I'm not someone who's part of this cult of personality necessarily, because I don't believe in any of that. But there was a big change in all of it, the rationale, the way that it was kind of communicated, and it looked like some psychedelic intervention really played a part in that. I wouldn't doubt it. Like there was a lot of pathways are just completely open now, and just like normal society is insane. And
man, once you see beyond the veil, it's one of those like, we can't believe we do this dance type situations.
Yeah.
When a person has that, you can definitely see it. You know what I mean? There's like a floating through life that they have, that they're kind of, you know, gaming the system because they see the system kind of thing, you know? Yeah.
And so, because I look at this body of work, which Lily Lu is, people say all kinds of crazy things. And so what I said a little while ago, Lucky Diamond Rich, it was like that. There's no way, like that shouldn't be a thing anymore. Lily Lu is another person I think has probably had more tattoo work than Lucky Diamond Rich, and I don't think it's even close. They have the whole inside of their mouth tattooed, anus tattooed, obviously soles and palms and eyeball tattoo, and you know, just all the normal ones of the severely modified people. Like I probably would have had those things if I cared to by now.
Yeah,
you know, I would say I haven't done that, and it's been mostly by choice. Like if I was following the go at it to the extremes, I would have done similar things. But I cut some pretty hard lines for myself.
Yep.
Where I think Lily Lu really, more than anyone I know on the planet, is on the experiential side of this.
Yeah, no lines kind of thing.
Yeah, and just wanting to feel all of these things.
Yep.
Which I have a lot of respect for. But like, my thing on that has been like, it comes at a cost. You know, for me, I want to be a part of society still.
Yep.
Right? Like I don't want to be away from society, and I think Lily Lu is more than fine with being away from society.
If not creating her own society.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
That is happening.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I could get there, but I'm not. I think I was close to that point at one point, and I probably didn't have the money to do it at the time when I would have. And now I've softened a lot, and my approach to that has changed quite a bit. And now I'm like, no, I'm good with living with the people, and I'm not that much different from them. But I will get into Lily Lu. People claim has had anywhere from 3 to 5 bodysuits, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
But it's non-linear. Like, for example, I just had these tattooed for the 4th time. I've had my armpits tattooed for 10 times. My hands have both been tattooed 15 times. Does that mean I've had 15 hand bodysuits? You know what I mean? Like when you get into the extremities of this, like it gets to a point messier. Where, messier, and also like it's just buzzwords.
Yeah.
This is another place where I really enjoy Lily Lu's approach to the bodysuit. Like the bodysuit as a concept means something different for Lily Lu. And I've gotten to this pathway myself, but most people never will. It's the body is a canvas for life, right? Like it's for Lily Lou, it will always keep changing, and it's just a big story, right? Like you keep adding pages to it. Just because the book is full doesn't mean it's over. Like you keep. Yep. So I don't think Lily Lou would go, I've had 4 bodysuits. You know what I mean?
Like it would be their vocabulary.
It's just it's this phrasing that normal people need to give things context.
Well, like a bodysuit indicates some form of completion, right?
Yeah.
Like if you give the phrase bodysuit, that means finished in most people's minds. And it's like, well, you got to think of it like...
Yeah, no. People are so concerned with being finished. I had a guy ask this the other day. He's like, do you have a date for when you'll be finished all this?
Yeah, what does that mean to people?
I honestly had no idea how to answer that question.
Yeah.
I hope never.
Yeah.
Right? I hope I don't.
Well, death date. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, when I die, it'll be over.
Yeah.
And so, like... I keep straying from the point, but this person has engineered their own tattoo style. They've done tattoos as big as, and I could be wrong. I think I've heard of even bigger, but I think the biggest one I can find pictures of was 4 bodysuit, like 4 back pieces that make one image.
Yep.
So it only makes sense if they're all standing together.
Yeah.
Now, stylistically, if you like this stuff, it all looks good and uniform. But it won't be complete unless these people are together, right?
Hopefully they hang out a lot.
So yeah, I think it's like kind of like a spiritual cult to some degree. Like the whole Skyland thing is, people go there for tattoos, but Lily Lou himself will tell you that they don't go there just for that, right? Yeah. It's the experience of being there and the whole thing. Like it's about more than the tattoo. He'll tell you, like they'll tell you themselves that. Like you can get good ink anywhere these days.
Oh yeah,
right. That's not what they're doing there.
No,
they're doing
this
a whole
other thing.
This is as close to like a modern day shaman type thing as you're gonna get.
Yeah, which I mean, the hippie in me loves that. You know what I mean? The hippie in me absolutely loves that because there is something you could look deeper into tattooing than what most of society does, in terms of what tattoo chemically gives you.
Yeah,
but also just like. The deeper foundations of it, and I think, you know, I'm never gonna get to that place. I don't think I'll be, you know, in a forest wanting people to come into my commune with me. But like, you know, I get it.
This is pretty well that.
Yeah,
like to a pretty severe degree.
Yeah.
But again, like the multiple bodysuits and the prolific tattoo style and all of that stuff is. It's really just one facet, and there's so much more, and we should talk about that in part 2.
Yeah.